seconds, IG. We're about to get this thing on and popping. We're about to get this thing rolling. Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy back again, Larry Long Jr. Tell a friend, back for this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. So great to see my IG folks. What's going on, IG? What's going on, LinkedIn? What's going on, YouTube, Facebook? Come on in. Make yourself at home. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. This is episode number 30. I can't believe that we're 30 weeks through 2023. Woo! Time flies. Even bow time flies. There's no time like bow time. This is episode number 170 overall. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about expanding your comfort zone. But before we get started, I want to say a big thanks to last week's sponsors. We had NSA, National Speakers Association. We also had Black NSA, who sponsored us this week. And I don't have anything that has a monster on it, but I do have Bull City. This was my son's Bull City Little League. Close enough. This week's sponsor. Let's give it up for Monster Connect. Thank you so much for powering today's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. For those that don't know, if you don't know, now you know. Monster Connect leverages technology and the resources of their team for fast dialing, fast routing. They help you actually have conversations, so you're not just calling and getting voicemails. Take a look. If you want connections, you want conversations, please check out Monster Connect. Their tagline is, hey, we make the calls, you close the deals. Boom, kapowie. But let's get into today's topic, expanding your comfort zone. Now, you might be wondering, Larry, where in the world do you come up with these crazy topics? Well, this is so topical. I had the opportunity to rock the mic and the other mic and the other mic. Yeah, I was rocking the mics on Monday at the Association Executives of North Carolina, AENC. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Julie. Excellent job. And I got to talk about how associations can leverage this tool we call LinkedIn to retain their existing members. Yep, strengthen those relationships, as well as bring in new members. Yeah, as Delatoro McNeil said at NSA, yes! Yeah, now you're talking my language. So I did the keynote, and there were some questions. Then I got to do the breakout. And we really broke it down in terms of some of the questions that folks had. I shared with them that on LinkedIn, you need to post as an individual and not hide, cower behind, dim your light behind the organization, behind the association. And there was a lot of FUD that was out there. Not Elmer FUD, what you're talking about, Willis, but fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it got me thinking about, hey, how many times do we not step out of our comfort zone because of that fear, uncertainty, and doubt? When I shared that, hey, one of the keys to my success, one of the secrets, and it's not even a secret, I'm shouting it out. Can you hear me now? I know some of y'all are like, yeah, we can hear you, Larry. Can you please quiet down? Can you please simmer down? And the answer to that is no. I told people, why don't you leave video messages so people can feel you? They can see you. They can actually get your full essence. If you don't feel comfortable on video, why don't you start with audio so they can hear you? Yes. And if you're not comfortable there, why not start with GIFs and you could just see in the eyes? It was the fear of, am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Can I actually do it? And believe you me, I'm Exhibit A. I've been there before. If it wasn't for Brother Morgan J. Ingram back on, it would have been 19, 18, 17, 16. It would have been the 15th. It would have been April 15th. It's a Friday, 2020, when Morgan told me, hey, Larry, if you don't go on video, you're being selfish because you're making it about you. And it's not about you, boo-boo. If you can impact one other person for the positive, that's all that matters. And now we're 170 episodes later, all because someone had that faith in me. Someone encouraged me to get out of my comfort zone. I remember telling Morgan, yo, I can't do video, man. I got the face for radio. I said, they're all going to laugh at me. He said, Larry, they're already laughing at you, man. And like I said, don't be selfish. So my encouragement today is for you. Yes, you. I see you, Lori Smith. I see you, Joe. Yeah, Joe was on a great fitness journey. I applaud you, man. I see you moving and shaking. It's to encourage you to go out there and expand your comfort zone. Now, how do you do that? I don't know if Alan Iverson is here. Is AI in the house? Can you hear me, AI? We're talking about practice. Yes, you've got to practice getting out of your comfort zone. It's kind of like riding that bike. Practice makes progress. Now, you might be saying, Larry, that's a lot easier said than done. And yes, you're absolutely correct. I can relate. But let me tell you a story. Coming up in, not good at math, but I think it's 53 minutes at 1 o'clock Eastern time, I'm now going to be doing my first official podcast as a host. If you're around, check it out. It's the Cold Calling Podcast. You can see us live on LinkedIn under the Monster Connect and the Larry Long Jr. If you look us up on LinkedIn at 1 o'clock, we'll be going live. I can't wait for today's guest, John Barrows, the godfather of modern sales. We're going to have a great conversation, but to be honest with you, I'm nervous. I've never hosted a podcast before. Most people would say, you're going to be great. Well, that's not the voice that's telling me in my head. That voice, Cletus, I'm trying to kick him off. He's telling me, Larry, you ain't ready. Who do you think you are hosting a podcast? You ain't all that and a bag of chips. Well, guess what? I'm still going through, even with that fear, even with the uncertainty, even with the doubt. I'm going to go ahead and, as Tony Horton from P90X said, doing those pull-ups, as Tony Horton said, try your best and forget the rest. That's all I can do is try my best and forget the rest. Luckily for me, I've got an amazing support system. My wife is encouraging me. Hercules. She's cheering me on. My kids are like, you can do this, Daddy. They're cheering me on. I'm running the race. I'm going to be hosting the podcast. I'm going to be flubbing. I'm going to be bubbling. I'm going to be doubling. But hey, I'm going to have fun and I'm going to learn. It's a learning experience. So what's that experience that you've been noodling on? You've been thinking about? It could be a week, could be months, probably years, multiple. That idea that you've been thinking about, that you know you should do it, but that fear is making you paralyzed. I've been there before. Let's break out of that. As Dr. Willie Jolly said, and someone needs to hear this message right now. I know when he said it in June, I needed to hear that message. Sometimes we need to lean on someone else's faith in us, their belief in us, before ours kicks in. I have faith in you and you. I have belief in you and you, that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you can do it. Let your greatness shine through right now. Don't wait. Don't dilly-dally. Time is of the essence, because the millennials say it best, YOLO. I thought they were calling me a name. I said, hold up. You ain't going to be calling me a name without any repercussions. They said, nah, Larry, you only live once. I said, okay. YOLO, I like that. You only live once. I did a training session yesterday. Thank you, Pavilion. The students were amazing. I asked them, where do the biggest dreams reside? And I'm sure y'all probably have heard this. And if not, the biggest dreams reside in the graveyard. Don't take your dreams to the grave. Step into it right now. Even with the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in your mind, step into it. I talked to someone the other day that shares a story about the difference. It's Jerry McCormick, Mr. Safety Man. It was great seeing you, Jerry. He talks about the difference of cows and it was bison. He said that when the storms come, the bison turn towards the storm and they run through it because they know that they're going to get through it faster. The cows, they turn around and they don't run, but they walk away from the storm, and they're in that stuff for longer than they should be. Be a bison. Be you. Be great. Be excellent. All those things that you were meant to do and meant to accomplish in this world. And hey, just know that you're not alone. I'm sharing this message for myself. It's kind of like my book, Jolt. When I was writing that book, this book, Jolt, It was therapy for me. It was messages that I needed to hear. Who am I surrounding myself with? What story am I telling myself and believing? How do I get back to basics and master those basics? Strikeouts, they're a part of life. Easier said than done. Am I actually stepping into striking out? Am I learning from my quote unquote failures? Am I doing it again? Well, yes, I am. And I'm a work in progress. You're a work in progress. And I encourage you to keep making progress. I am super excited. I can't tell you how happy I am that you tuned in today. Hopefully this was a word that you needed to hear. And I want to hear all about you stepping through that fear. You no longer dilly-dallying and giving it a shot. How did it go? You're either going to win or you're going to learn. Yeah, there ain't none of this. You either win or you learn. Hey, and what I found is that things generally turn out a lot better than expected. I don't know about y'all, but this crazy mind of mine, it tells a story of some craziness. Larry, you're going to crash and burn. It's going to blow up. And what happens is that when I stretch my horizons, good things happen. We either win and or we learn. Hey, let's take it to the comments. Let's see what's going on. Lori Smith, thank you so much for the wave. Great to see you. Miss Nicole Kessler, it was awesome hanging out with you over at the AENC in Winston-Salem. Y'all are the best. Y'all are really the best. Each and every one of y'all that are out there tuning in, thank you so much. Let's see, what do we have from the comments? Let's see. Yo, we got Joe Houston in the house, coming in from San Fran, representing the West Coast. Melissa Houston. Whoa, any relation? Joe, Melissa, brother from another mother, sister from another mister? I don't know, maybe. I see there's a little bit of a resemblance between Joe and Melissa. I'm just messing with you. Oh, goodness. I know some of y'all are like, man, this dude is crazy. He better put his glasses on. Hey, funny story. I have glasses. My eyesight is getting bad. And I know my baseball coach always said, Larry, you need to go get your eyes checked. You be swinging at curveballs in the dirt. You got to get your eyes checked. The eye doctor said, hey, your vision is fine. My coach said, what is it? I said, I guess I'm just so anxious. I see it and it looks like a fastball. Fastball. I'm swinging. Look at my chops. Curveball. Uh-oh. Another swing in a minute. But I got some prescription sunglasses. I don't know what it is. Is it ego? Is it? I don't know. I don't want to wear those glasses, but I need to. Melissa and Joe, y'all kind of look alike. I'm just messing. Y'all are beautiful in both of your respects. Melissa, congrats. Wow, congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show. I remember that. I was in Maryland, that live show on Saturday, having coffee with Melissa. I love it. Lunisha, LB in the house. So great to see you. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Earl, happy to see you. Oh, I hope all is well. Big Earl in the house. Ruth, hi, everyone. Hi back to you. I hope all is well. Thank you so much, Ruth. Yes, we got Joe giving shout outs to Ruth. Ruth giving shout outs to Joe. Nothing but love. I absolutely love it. We got Sherry from Raleigh. So great to see you, Sherry. Hope you're having a beautiful sunny day here in good old Raleighwood. Up to all good. Thank you so much for your congrats, Lunisha. Earl Moore, we're talking about practice. When you practice, it makes you more comfortable. It's like riding a bike. It's like anything in life. When you put in the time to prepare, you now give yourself the best chance of success. You now give yourself the best chance to learn and to make adjustments, to make the pivots, to be more flexible. Melissa, make it about the other person, and you don't have to be on, though you will be. Thank you so much. And that's one thing I've been working on, is ask the question and shut the heck up, Larry. You're the host of this podcast. Your job is to make sure their message gets out to someone who needs to hear it. Please tune in at 1 o'clock. I can tell you, John Barrows is going to drop it like it's hot. I got to pull out the green mic because he's going to be dropping gems. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Lou, LL, come on. You're going to lead off the podcast with a double in the gap, with a head first slide in the second. Lou, I'm going in the third. I'm taking 3. I'm taking a risk. It's going to be so much fun. Ruth, thank you, Larry, for those words. I appreciate them. Thank you so much for your kind support, Ruth. It means more than you even know. I appreciate it. I will win with a trophy. You most definitely will. Lunisha Bridges, another LB in the house. Lou Balco, Lunisha Bridges, I love it. Where my LLs at? LL Cool J. Well, hey, we've come to the end. It's so hard to say goodbye to today, but it's just bye for now. I'll see y'all next week. And actually next week, hopefully I'll be tuning in from Hilton Head, being on a family vacay. I might actually record it because I want to make sure I'm present for my family. So I might record this. But as we leave, thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Wishing you a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful week. Got to say thank you again to today's sponsor. We're powered by Monster Connect, who is also sponsoring the Cold Calling podcast coming up at 1 o'clock. We will see you in approximately 43 minutes for the Cold Calling podcast. Take care of yourself. All the best. Continued success. Peace. Hey, thanks so much, y'all, for tuning in. I'll holla at